to cheer for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
It's the chant of Mexican.
Save that for the offering. Okay. Hold it, and we'll make an offering. There's your chair. You're good. You're good, Andrea. This is the first time we've gathered in this space. I open it back up into being a temple once again. Once again, we meet here on the first Sunday of every month, and it is our goddess temple. It is so, it is so, it is so, and so it is. Our theme for May is always about mating. Mating, of course, is not just about having sex, although that's great too, but it is in sex, S-E-X. Do you have any recollection, Amrita? I know, I can hardly remember myself, but that's okay. We'll carry on.
Memories is all I have.
That's all right. We're still juicy women. We think about mating in the sense of joining with something. And when you think about the things that you have the opportunity to join with, some could be incredibly life affirming, and others maybe not so much. I don't always eat perfectly. There are many times when I don't, but I do have a rule. Before I'm going to eat something or drink something that I think is probably not in my best interests, I will repeat to myself, I love myself, I value myself, and I make choices that affirm my life. Then I go ahead and eat the thing. It's not a way of stopping myself. I go ahead and I eat the thing, but what's interesting is how it shifts your consciousness just enough that, maybe you'll take 3 or 4 bites and then you won't want any more. That's an amazing experience. It's like you really don't want it anymore. I offer that to people to just try it. Just try it. Oh, welcome, Elle. We're so glad you're here. Trying to sneak in quietly, but no, we see you and you're beautiful and we're happy you're here. Isn't it great to be in circle once again?
I'm so in love. I feel like I've gone to heaven.
I know. Elle says she's gone to heaven. So let yourself be fully present and aware. And we call upon Priestess Marcia to offer this circle and the larger circle a purification with the bell of Oshun. Let her early summer fire spark you. Let your eternal radiance shine. Oshun. And we offer for anyone who may be in any physical pain at the moment, check in with your body. If it is set at 528 hertz, which is the frequency of love, gratitude, and appreciation. And so we'll sound the chime and let it go into any part of your body. If you have a part of your body that is aching or in pain, let the sound travel directly to that part. And what's interesting about this tuning fork is that if, for example, your hip hurts, you can put the end directly on the hip, and most of the time it will feel better. Not always, I found, but much of the time it will actually feel better. That is our 528. Oh, would you put that back? Thank you so much. Thank you. Megahertz. So we feel this purification, and we feel that it extends to all of them on this call, wherever they are in the world. Mata, can you affirm for us that this purification is including all the women on this call? Can you speak that for us, please?
As is, all is connected. All are one. There is no time, space, or distance between us. What we do in one space is done in all space. So be it.
So be it. Take a moment to say your own name softly and acknowledge your mother for giving you life, because soon it will be Mother's Day. And whether you had a great relationship with your mom or a challenging one or a little bit of both, just say her name, because she brought you, she worked the original shamanic act of that is motherhood, the magic of bringing information from the spirit world into the physical material world. And the word material also relates to Ma, and the mother has the same root. So just acknowledge her for giving you life in this beautiful place and time. And we say, thank you, Ma.
And my mother is Mary Evelyn.
Blessed be.
I am Elle, daughter of Jacqueline.
Blessed be.
I am Andrea, daughter of Alba.
Blessed be.
I am Donna, daughter of Carol.
Blessed be.
I'm Charlotte, daughter of Christy.
Blessed be.
I am Marcia, daughter of Marcella.
Blessed be. I am Ava, daughter of...
I am Claudia, daughter of Charlotte.
So all of those, the women who are on the call, just whisper that to yourself. Thank you, Claudia, for reminding me. Have every woman who's on the call speak her name and her mother's name. And we are one. As are both physical and spirit circle of women in the unseen world. And just where you are, no need to move. Just lift your right hand and place your right hand on your womb, and then lift your left hand, and then place your left hand on the belly to your left. If you can't reach it physically, it's okay. Don't worry, just do it visually, do it virtually, and just feel that this circle is happening in the unseen world. Because as Mata so wisely points out, we don't need time and space to constrict us. We are a circle because we choose to be, because we focus on it. It is so, it is so, it is so. And feel the fire in your belly, the fire of creation, how woman is consciously choosing what she wishes to join with, an idea, a partner, an energy, her own inner being, her soul, source itself. And May is the season of choosing what you wish to join with, to seed your next creation that you soon shall birth. Now rest your hands in your chair and just rest easy. And let us think about this time of year, this remarkable time of year. May marks the beginning of the mother season of summer. Some people think this is still spring, but in our culture, this is the earliest intimations of summer. May, June, July is our summer. And we sent our members. Did all you members receive the beautiful and put it in your lucite holder? Mm-hmm. Right. And I was apologizing to Charlotte because her home is beautiful, delicate colors. She has a gorgeous home. And then I sent this and I thought, ooh, I wonder if that's going to clash. How did you feel? Are you okay with it? Okay.
Yeah, it does have to go to a different part of the house.
Oh.
I have bolder colors elsewhere. And I loved seeing Noelle.
Well,
too.
there is a time and a place for the passionate, bright colors of summer, and here we are. So this is a time for us to really become conscious of choosing anew what we wish to gestate right now that we will give birth later on. And when we are completely conscious of it, then something beautiful will unfold. That seed is happening now, and you're nurturing it and feeding it, and you will successfully birth your creation later at whatever the right time is. And we're just coming out now of this dark time teaching, this enforced retreat that we've all had, COVID. What a remarkable experience for us to all go through together in this lifetime. It's usually more than 100 years between significant pandemics, and the fact that we lived through this one is remarkable. I mean, it's like it's a huge initiation. Every difficulty, every challenge presented by nature is actually an initiation. And so, what do you feel reflect into what you feel has been initiated for you? Maybe it hasn't fully flowered because it's only May, but something has started. And those of us who want to share, I'll start. For me, this time initiated a reminder that I no longer wanted to physically drive myself so hard. That's what this time initiated in me. That no matter what the fallout, no matter who complained, no matter, what got undone, what was left undone, I was not going to drive myself past my natural abilities. And my natural abilities are wrong, but I don't want to work so hard. So does anybody else want to share what may have been initiated that you're like aware of now that perhaps you weren't aware of a year ago? Elle? Charlotte, you raised your hand.
Oh.
I called on Elle because she was laughing. But,
I like how you said, I no longer wish to work so hard. Yes, China.
Charlotte.
I agree. I resonate with what Ava shared. But to wrap it all up, is that I'm an independent thinker. I see things in the world very differently than most, and I will continue on that track.
Blessed be.
Following my vision.
We support that. Blessed be. Anyone else? Donna.
I have found people nice in unexpected places. I had to renew my driver's license.
Yeah.
And everybody that goes to the DMV knows it's not a pleasant experience.
Right. Normally.
It was a pleasant experience.
Oh, very good.
Everyone was so out of their way to be nice and patient, and it was just an unexpected experience, a wonderful experience. Now, exceptionally nice. And those that aren't, it's easier somehow to ignore.
Blessed be. Blessed be.
So I was able to spend time with my grandma before she passed. And self-preservation is kind of the big theme in my life right now. And still lots of changes coming.
Very good. Very good. And yes, Amrita.
There's been several big areas of experience and change. Like Charlotte being an independent thinker and person, I have kind of renewed my alternative views and ways, let's say, but I don't need to convince anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
My beliefs and my space, and not even feeling like I needed to explain.
Right. Blessed
Or
be.
anything like that.
Yes.
For me, it reminded me how much when I say I am grateful to be a woman in this lifetime, I truly am.
I
And
truly am.
this
Right.
truly taught me,
Grateful.
yes, I am grateful that I'm a woman in this lifetime because I've learned so much, and my spirituality is very important to me.
Yeah. Right.
And I've also, some of the same things that other women have said, finding more time for myself, not needing to rush and push and be and do. And I'm comfortable with that. And also being able to think for myself and just say, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and not, Rita said it very nicely, not have to explain. Okay, if I feel differently, I just let it go.
Right.
And I just really appreciate now being a woman right now.
Mm-hmm.
It initiated in me the next step in our intuitive communication, in our social evolution with technology as a medium. And instead of resistance to technology, a greater allowing of what we as humanity have become and evolved and expanded to with this medium.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are looking fine, fine.
Or grammar books.
I wish I was there, looking fine.
So, just as a woman who wishes to create a child must choose the right man, not that we always do. As we all burst into laughter. But the idea is to choose the right man to join with. In the larger sense, you choose what you wish to join with to initiate something inside yourself that you will nurture and give birth to at the right time, which is your time. And so this is the time for us who are not choosing to have babies at this moment, which would include me. All the energies are with us right now for impregnating ourselves, like parthenogenesis. We are impregnating ourselves with what we choose, not what somebody else is going to bring to us, but what do you have to join with in order to birth the thing you want? For me, I really have a couple of books that I would like to finish. I've got them 95% written, but they're not finished. I need 5% more. What do I have to join with to make that come into physical reality? I have to join with time for me. Stop providing for others and sit down at my desk and have hours of time that I devote to the thing that I care about, the baby that I care about, and let all the other expectations go. That's what I must join with. If I don't join with that, this baby will be stillborn.
Yes.
Or it'll just die in the womb and never get born. So that's the reality. Your baby will not be born if you don't choose to join with something. So that's what we have to all think about in this chapter of our lives. You know, most of us are not maidens anymore. Most of us are in our mother phase or our queen phase or our wise woman phase. Bel is a god, so we really call it not so much Beltane, but May Day. We call it the time of maiden to mother fire. Maiden to mother fire, the transition from being a maiden, whole unto herself, to being a mother who wishes to create something. And to create something, she must join with something to give birth to something. So you're making that transit. This is the time when all the energies are with you. This is the time to figure out what it is you have to join with in order to create the thing that you want in the right time. You're a free and sovereign woman, and you connect with, you support, you give your energy to the thing that you desire, the thing you must join with in order to birth the thing you desire. And so we use this time wisely. We choose well what we will mate with. If I do not choose significant chunks of time for myself, then I'm not being wise. I'm being in my overgiving mother, providing to everybody else. And I have to remember that, because my tendency, like about 80% of all women, we tend to be the overgiving mother, and we tend to take care of everyone around us. We tend to think in terms of what do other people need, and then our own needs are the last thing that comes up. And so you have to really be self-ish in the most beautiful way at this time of year, to become crystal clear on what it is. Now, Andrea did it. She wanted to get a degree in nursing so she could do other things. It wasn't even about being a nurse necessarily. It was about other things. But she focused on that and she got it done. And good for you. Good for you. So our intention together is to become completely conscious today of what we want to join with, what we choose to join with as we come out of this time of rest. Just take a moment. If you have clarity on what you need to join with, if speak it under your breath. I choose to join with significant chunks of time for myself to create the book that I wish to birth into the world. Take a moment. If you don't have clarity, then just ask for clarity, and it will come eventually. Breathe into that space. Choose how we shall use the fire in our bellies to our own best advantage for the benefit of life itself. Bring that to a graceful conclusion.
We sit here each in our own space on our own land. If you can touch the ground or face a palm towards the ground in honor of this space, this land that you live upon. We ask the Oshun people of the Orange County land that the peoples of the shining ones of the sun in the land where I am, and each land that we are upon, all of who are joining in this circle, we ask the permission to do this sacred holy work. And it is given.
Blessed be, blessed be. North, south, east, and west. Air, fire, water, and earth. You surround us. You give us breath, bones. You give us warmth and fire in our bellies and twinkle in our eye. You give us watery cells holding information. Here, you are here. Hail and welcome.
Guides and guardians, angels of the sky and angels of the earth, those who walk with us, who have been with us since birth and since the beginning of time, since we thought of becoming and coming here to live. We welcome you, totems, all. You are here, you are here, you are here. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome. And we ask Priestess, Naiad Priestess Marcia, to please acknowledge the aspect of the one great goddess we call Oshun.
Oh, beautiful, kind, loving, luscious goddess. We call you Oshun today. Oshun.
Oshun.
Oshun. She who is there for women to help us to have clarity in what we mate with.
Yes.
She who helps us as we learn our craft as women, doing women's work. Great goddess, we feel you as we move in this time in our lives, as we move from maiden to mother to queen to wise woman. You are all. You love us. You hold us dear. Oshun.
Oshun.
Goddess of love, goddess of children, goddess of women. We are your daughters. You are always with us. Oshun.
We call upon the altar maker. This altar was made for you. This is your Oshun altar made by Naiad Priestess Marcia.
One of the things that I added to the altar is honey. Oshun likes honey and bees. Her number is 5, so around the altar are coins in stacks of 5. Gold coins. Gold is also sacred to Oshun. This lovely wreath represents the people to Oshun. She loves the color yellow and amber. So around the altar, you will see various shades of yellow. She's of the rivers. Water. This represents the rivers. And also, we have Oshun in the mothering stage.
A woman died named Sharon Mijares, and she left us boxes, and I went through all her fantastic boxes of books and treasures. Her son, after she had died, her son called me and said, I made my mother a promise that all her goddess treasures would go somewhere wonderful and that would appreciate her books and her statues. And no one wants to give them to any library. Nobody wants them. And I said, and he showed up the next day with 25 giant boxes, and I slowly went through them. I saved everything that I could. I did give a few things away that would be to libraries, but this woman, I would like to have known her. She had all the books that you would love, all the books that you would know. And she is an amazing woman. I only wish I'd known her in real life, but this is one that she bequeathed to somebody who cared. And guess what? Raise your hand. We're the women who care. We're the women who care. Yes. Thank you. Carry on, Marcia.
We have a lovely candle, the sunflower, also sacred to Oshun. And this is from Queen Donna.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you. Thank you.
And then again, flowers and
from the museum and temple.
A mirror. It says on here,
down lower,
you are divine.
You are divine. Beacon holds her mirror up and she looks in it and she knows she is beautiful and she is divine.
Here is a candle that has what I thought was a really beautiful image of Oshun. She has her mirror in front of her. She has her gold on. There's a peacock. There's gold coin.
Oh, blessed be, blessed be.
Beautiful altar, Marcia.
If you anything that you wish to charge on this altar, a piece of jewelry or something that you wish to gather up the energy of Oshun, would be the time.
This is a very exquisite vase. Yes.
I see you far and wide for that vase. Yes.
Health and wealth. Some of these flowers come from my
Have
garden.
her put that in the next to the candle. That'd be beautiful. And I placed this from the museum that we used in many of our ceremonies, and I have just recovered it from storage. So, peacock colors of Oshun.
I put my segment hematite necklace that I bought from the temple,
Oh.
the Spirit Fair, and I want to
Blessed
always carry the God's
be.
temple with me.
Blessed be. If at home you've made an altar, this would be the time to place something special on your altar.
This is my Oshun bowl, water bowl. The cats will not drink out of anything else but Oshun's water bowl.
Oshun's water bowl. Blessed be. Wait, hold that up again. I'm going to pin that. Oh, look at that. Where did you look at that. That's beautiful. It glows.
It's one of those Bauer. It's Bauer. It's the famous Bauer brand.
Right.
And it's got the gold rim, and it's yellow under here.
Blessed be. And somehow you managed, between the goats and now, you managed to be absolutely beautiful with a great visage and maquillage. And somehow that happened. Maquillage is magical. You know?
Yes. Thank you, Oshun.
Now,
she didn't be very happy because she didn't call it her face. That used to irritate me so much. My mother, I got put on my face. whatever.
I want to let you all know that we are going to continue working on the technology, and we will make sure that we'll have like 2 or 3 cameras so that we can have the altar, we can have the speaker, we can have who's speaking, who's on the call. And this is just our first time gathering. And so we're kind of working out all the technology, but God, doesn't it feel good to just be in circle? Yikes, I just love it. Just love it. Just love it. Thank you. Thank you all. All right, so we bless this altar. We say thank you, Oshun, for all your power, your beauty, your goodness. The power of Goddess is here, here, here. Hail and welcome. Blessed be. All right. We'd like to thank our priestesses, Mott and Marcia, the women who came early, Andrea. You are very welcome to come early. There's always something to do, if only just to set the energy. You know, it's important too. So thank you, sisters. Thank you. Yes, yes. I receive. I think, I always thought by the time I was this age, I would be like, have it all kind of figured out, and the learning curve would be very, but no, my learning curve is even higher. Every month I have to learn something new in order to do the things I want to do. It's just amazing.
You make it look so easy.
I'm just going to relax into it. I'm not going to stress. So our beautiful Noel, Priestess Noel, our inspiration for Oshun. This was sent to our members and for earliest summer. And it says, with Oshun's clarity, power, and goodness, I choose to join with only the best life has to offer. I am juicy, generous, and joyful. Yes, yes. If you want to receive that every month, you have to become a member. We are really, really pleased to be able to highlight Priestess Noel in our May offering. And she's a fantastic woman, and she moved away, but we have never forgotten her. She aspected Oshun in this picture many years ago, and it's been one of my favorites for a long time. Thank you, members, for sticking with us through these difficult times, and we just affirm they're not difficult because we're not going to resist anything. We're just going to happening. It's not difficult at all. So support what you believe in. If you are out there and you're on this call as a beautiful woman, please consider becoming a member of our museum and temple, because we are actively looking for our next location. Marcia Lang is on our call, and here is a fantastic picture of Marcia celebrating the goddess. And there she is, looking like every inch the priestess. And there's our Sekhmet statue and our Oshun altar. And we had dancing to Oshun. That's what that looks like to me. I don't know what I was thinking when I made that. It looks like Big Bird to me. So I learned about Oshun many, many years ago from Reverend Joanne Coleman. She is an Aga minister with a very deep knowledge of Goddess, fantastic woman. And she rightly cautioned me when creating that room that we dedicated to Oshun, not to make her, she said this very specifically, she said, don't make her the hoochie woman. And I thought, yeah, I get it totally. She didn't even have to say any more. So part of racism and misogyny for many white men is to try to label every woman of color a kind of hoochie woman. And that is to hypersexualize women of color as exotic and animalistic and wild and sexually insatiable. Obviously, this is their own projection onto women of color, and it's racist. It's just racist. And this is what I call the Barbification of Goddess, the attempt to turn Goddess into some kind of sexualized, the Barbie doll has this unlikely body. There might be some women who have that body, but not any I know. These sort of standardized features, often lightened skin, always very young, and always very hypersexualized. We see this for what it is. It's racism, it's misogyny, it's an attempt, which we believe is fruitless in the end, to chop up goddess, which is who is everything, into smaller areas of power. And it really can't be done. They can try. But what we need to do as goddess women is remember the wholeness, the air, fire, water, earth, the spring, summer, autumn, and winter, the maiden, mother, queen, and wise woman. We need to remember the wholeness of the circle and not let it be chopped up, not let ourselves be hypersexualized, not let ourselves be turned into one specific thing. No, we are everything. We are everything. We are everything. We are everything. I think what they think in their tiny little minds is that if they can do away with the all-powerful, omnipotent, original goddess who encompasses all qualities, and if they can reduce nothing more than a sex goddess, then they can commercialize her, they can sell her, they can control her. And now she's nothing more than an object for their gratification and use. And we see porn happening. Charlotte, several years ago, gave a fantastic presentation on the dangers of porn, because all they have to do is look at all the studies and see that this is not going to take them where they want to go. Not going to take them where they want to go. Now, of course, it's not that woman and goddess is not sensual and sexy and alluring, because of course she is. That is part of all of her. But when that is all that we permit average men to think of us as, from the beginning to the end and rebirthing back again, there's people say, well, there's life and death. And that's actually not true, because it makes it seem like life and death are opposites, but it's not true. Death is not the opposite of life. There is no opposite to life. There actually is only life. So it's incorrect to say life and death. The opposite to death is rebirth. So there's no opposite to life, because there is nothing but life and its various forms. Never allow someone to make that mistake when they're speaking to you of thinking of speaking in a way that death is the opposite of life, because it's not. That's actually a patriarchal reversal that is untrue. That's a misnomer. It's not factual. Death is not the opposite of life. There is no opposite to life. There is only life. There is only life, and when we remember that, then we can more easily accept, all these. I saw this documentary last night about all the multi-billionaires, all tech guys who are investing heavily in so-called immortality. In this, ability, rejuvenation and preventing aging and all of that. And they're so desperate to sink millions, even billions of dollars into not dying, because they're so afraid of transformation. And now we have Louisa Tish to tell us of an Oshun legend, what it means for us today, from Foremother Louisa Tish.
Thank you.
Within the sacred orature of of the Yoruba diaspora, we have an amazing story called Oshun. Okay. And in Oshun, what happens is all these deities come down from the heavenly realm onto the planet Earth, right? And the dominant ones, the ones who are doing the most are Obatala, the Lord of the King of the White Cloth, the Lord of the Clouds, the one who molds the child in the womb and sets the ethical standards. We have Ogun, who is the tool maker and the wild man in the woods. And we have Shango, who is the Lord of the flame and political organization and the ego of the human being. Okay. And they come down with Oshun, who is the goddess of love and sweet water and sensuality and compassion and all of that. And in the folklore, when they start out trying to create, didn't need sensuality, they didn't need love. It says she accepted their apology and she told them, don't let it happen again. Okay. And as a result of that, she had to decide whether she wanted to be bothered again. And so she turned herself on herself and gave birth to Elegba. Now, I want to say very, very clearly that Oshe Otura is a very, very important story in my tradition. All of the stories we see, when they hit the tray, when they arrive in front of us, we look for the manifestation of the story around us. To have Oshun leave us, we see it in things like they are raping the queen bee. Honey is sacred to Oshun. We see it in the sex trafficking of children that's going on this planet. All of these things we read as signs that we done pissed Oshun off. Okay, and so for the last 10 or 12 years, there have been priests all over the world going to the river, going to places where the river's dry, and making offerings and begging Oshun to come back to us. All of this is about wanting to recognize the power of the divine feminine.
Thank you, Louisa Tish. Thank you. So, with what will you join this year? The season of mating, sparking a seed within with the intention of birthing something later. First month of summer, time of the mother, the creatrix. We honor our own mothers. Mother's Day is coming up for giving us life. We honor ourselves as mothers because we are always creating manifestations of every good kind on earth now. We are mothers. And we choose this year to be especially conscious because we're just coming out of this year of a very unusual time. You will remember this always, even if it's not hitting you right now. This is an amazing time that we've lived through of initiation, where we had an opportunity to allow something new to come forward. So we choose this year to be especially conscious of what we're going to give our energy to, what we join with, what we create, and what we birth. So just take that in, whatever part feels good to you. Let the rest float on by like clouds, and just say to yourself, it is done, it is done, it is done. Blessed be. Don't you feel grateful that there are women who gather like this and dress? Somebody had to stitch all those costumes, for each individual woman's body so they could come together and do a dance for Oshun. Isn't that remarkable?
Gorgeous. It's like flowers.
Yes. I am so grateful that women do that. Women just bring the beauty. They really do. They bring the beauty. That was the Kulu Mele African Ensemble. Would anyone care to share at this time? Come here, Joe. Come here, Joe. Joey is completely dedicated to Oshun. Completely dedicated.
There we go. Yeah.
Very dedicated. He's going to go make his offering to the altar now.
Perfect.
Oshun, ore lele o. When she looks in her golden mirror, the same song envelops the universe. Her dreamy feet dance on the waters of life, dissolving me inside a kaleidoscope, reflecting multiple hues and patterns. Yellow roses, tulips, and chrysanthemums bend. Oshun is cuddling the world, making love to beauty. Peaches, pears, and papayas fall from the pregnant clouds. Love is here. Ore leleo. Oshun is in my womb, but is it she who belongs to me or me who belongs to her? Queen of the sweet waters, where did she hide my future? 9 moons sleep in me. 9 moons sit at my feet as my lady inspires the flowers. When I look at her, it is Oshun who looks at me. It is love sailing around my heart. It is my mother bathing me in the waters of Oshun. Ore lele o Oshun. This is a poem by Carla Bordenza. Blessed be. Ashe.
Be, blessed be. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Oh, how wonderful. Thank you, thank you. And Mata, do you have anything you care to share?
So as in gardening, before you can create a graft or a joining, there has to be a pruning because those limbs or that which we want to prune, that which we have joined with before, is taking energy from our next project or our next birthing or our next joining. So you could be joining with something, but have a weakened state of energy within your body or within your body, etheric, spiritual, and physical, which I think what Ava was talking about and what she's going to do with her joining, she's creating the space and is pruning away that which it doesn't enable her to have this strong joining of this next joining. So it gives you the ability to sustain growth and have greater life force for the success of your next joining, of this joining that you have whispered to yourself today. It's about what you've outgrown as well. Sometimes the joinings of the past, it's not that they were not ever have a purpose or they weren't beneficial to us, but we've outgrown them. We outgrow many things we still hang on to. And I used to say, I wish I knew then what I know now, and that never would have happened. That relationship would never happen, that situation never would have happened, that job never would have happened. But it's so funny because it's because of that joining that I have come to be who I am, as we all come to be who we are today. It's about making peace with our choices. You are who you are today because of this joining and expansion, and you are robust and you're beautiful in this cycle, and the joining is exciting and it's encouraging with focused, aware, intent, vision, as Ava has instructed us here today, to an outcome and a future that we wish to live in now, anew. I'm complete.
Blessed be. Blessed be. Thank you, Mata.
Earlier when you mentioned about how, women of color are sexualized and compared to animals and things like that, I recently had to educate a man in Nicaragua. I went to visit my dad, and because I'm not from there, and they could tell that I'm a Californian and stuff like that, this guy, he said he was going to help me work, but of course he's like, oh, well, let's get married. And I said, I don't know you and I have a boyfriend. and
So just like a couple of obstacles.
Yes, yeah. And then I find out that his cousin was kind of making fun of him, saying, oh, you fell in love with the chonga. You fell in love with the chonga.
What's a chonga?
A chonga is monkey, but it's not so much racist, even though it probably kind of is, but it is kind of thing that I'm uncontrollable and ghetto, which I had to tell him is false. I come from the same social class that they do, and just because I am alternative does not mean I am ghetto. And to compare me to an animal is an insult, not to the animal. I love animals, but I am not an animal, I'm a woman, and if you don't like me, don't speak to me,
right?
And I'm not going to marry you.
Well, labeling somebody is a way to put them in their little box and think that you control them.
Right.
And, they can label all they want, but they do not control us. They do not control us unless we accept that label. Yeah. And now I've learned a new word, chonga. Okay.
Which it just means ghetto. Which is not nice.
I don't even know exactly what that means, but moving on. Okay. If you're not a member by credit card, please join. Now, inside this box are several ribbons. And there are blue ribbons, and there's one yellow ribbon. The winner, we know roses are associated with the mother archetype. And so we have this beautiful rose oil, ultra moisturizing hand cream as our gift. So you must reach into the box without looking and pick out your ribbon. And the first woman, oh my goddess! You got it! Oh my goddess! Elle is amazing. She just intuited. We didn't even have to go any further. She just intuited. There's all these blue ribbons. On behalf of our entire circle, please accept your rose oil hand cream. Let's breathe together and let's move into our conclusion. Let us make our women's prayers for the world, that women become more and more conscious about what they give their energy to, because if we can help women become more aware of what they are giving their energy to, they will be able to pull it back from things that do not serve life.
Yes.
And they can begin to give it to things that do. What they choose to join with this year, and by that they can change the world. So Mata, we ask you to please lead us in prayer for women choosing to give their energy to something that will be life affirming, that will benefit the entire world and themselves.
And we feel with each woman the strong line of energy, the river of Oshun that flows from the center of the earth through each of our hearts, through our cores, enabling us to become one with our greatest good, the well-being and goodness that extends to all in our joining. And we know, each of us knows now, when we think about joining with something or someone and it doesn't quite feel right, be gone, be gone,
Be gone.
be gone this thought. Scanning our realm to see what it is that feels good to us right now. And each woman begins to identify this and feels the joy and feels the calm, feels the peace, feels the passion, feels the connection of the energy, that flow of Oshun's river of passion and joining. It is done. It is done. It is done.
It is done.
Blessed be.
Blessed be. Oh, I believe that our circle has fulfilled its intention, that we have taken the time to allow something new to spark in us, to allow an awareness of what we choose to connect with. And that is something that we're going to just take a moment to allow to deeply embed in our bodies now, so that we can really seat it, S-E-A-T, seat it in your body, and really seed it, S-E-E-D, seed it in your body. What you want this year, what you intend, what you will join with, how we shall connect with and birth what we wish. So we feel our deep gratitude. We call upon Priestess Marcia here in our circle to just speak a few words of gratitude for the entire circle.
We, the women, have received so much. We are here together for the first time in such a long time, and I can feel the energy of every woman here, and I am so grateful for that energy, for women to be able to gather together. There is so much to be gained by women gathering together, and to know that we can continue to do this, whether we do it remotely or in person. All the love, all the strength and power that we as women have. Today, we begin anew.
Yes.
As we join with what will bring us clarity, power, and success. We are so grateful. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Ancestresses, you who have birthed us through time, you who we stand before the flow of energy, the bloodline that you brought to us, that flows through our veins, that gives us life. We thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessed be. Guides and guardians, angels of the sky and angels in the earth, totem animals, those who have walked with us since the beginning of time. We appreciate you and thank you for your guidance and love and companionship. Blessed be.
Blessed be. Blessed be. Say thank you to Goddess for us, Marcia.
Oshun. Orelele. Oh, Oshun. We have enjoyed your presence with us today as we learned and honored you in a loving and powerful way. We know that as we leave this place, there are many, many opportunities for us to join with what is for our good. We acknowledge you for the love, for the strength and power and clarity that you, Oshun, bring to the world and bring to your daughters. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. If you've already made your contribution by mail or by credit card, then simply just take a moment to bless that bag, and let us see our abundance growing, and that we have our new space that is easily and gracefully paid for. It is done. It is done. It is done. Once again, if you're not a member, please consider joining us so this circle can grow and grow and grow and do good work in the world. If you believe in what we're doing, then please contribute. Riches flow forth from inside me. Oh, very good. Very good. Thank you, Marcia. Thank you. All right, we're coming to a graceful conclusion, and this does conclude our Sunday services. For our next Sunday service will be June 6th, Aphrodite, and the women are going to gather now and enjoy some food. There's some vegan food for those who are vegan. The pasta's vegan. Some food in the dining room. And those of you who live in Orange County who did not make it here today as a member, please join us, because this circle feels so beautiful, doesn't it? It feels so lovely to be, even with 10 or 12 women in circle. This is what goddess spirituality to me is all about. It's like women gathering in the physical body. When you see these tech guys that want to have us all do everything online forever, no, that is not who we are, and that's not what human beings need. We need each other. We need the physical presence of each other. Start your circle in your area, and maybe we can all link together and have physical circles in little different places always, every month. So blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. This concludes our service.
Oh, it's like being at the temple, Ava. Something would happen. Something unexpected would occur, and we just have to work around it.
That's right. The microphone would blow up.
That's right. We just carry on. All right. We have music for the people online, but this is our chance to get up and enjoy ourselves. I can't believe you picked the ribbon.
I knew it.
The very first ribbon. There were so many ribbons in there, and you.
I was like, watch her get it right now. That's what I thought in my head. I was like, she's gonna get the other. Yeah. It came in my head. I was like,
Hi, it was nice to see everybody.
So good.
So you had the energy for her to.
yeah.
Are you leaving?
Yeah,
Andy?
gotta go.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Bye.
I was trying to make them go away until there was only one. It's so good to see you.
You too. I'm so happy to be with you guys.
I know.
God bless you. And wonderful. I'll be on my way too.
Bye, Marcia.
Goodbye. It was great seeing you again, Martha.
Yes, I miss you.
And Meredith too. And her company, everybody. It was wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful.
So you have really good work. Okay, because the other people had something else, and then some ladies didn't want to come.
No, I wish. I wanted to. Yeah. It's because my sister's engagement party was on Friday. Yesterday was my rest day.
Info. It's a family friend.
Thank you.
Just custom invites.
She's getting married in December, and she's my little sister. I'm the last one left, which is fine.
Right.
Which is fine. But so yeah, yesterday was like I needed to rest. I needed my introversion. I'm social, but then I'm doing moments where it's like I just want to myself. I don't want to get ready. Or there's sweat.
Take care.
sisters.
I just want to be myself. Yeah.
Who is that?
Yeah, it's like
Who is that?
well, we wanted to make
Meredith.
sure about it, and
Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't see your mouth moving. Your hand was in front of your mouth. Are you leaving?
Neil was thinking.
Yeah, I mean,
So, but and Ava's party was delayed.
I think
so
this
I
is,
think.
I am enjoying the
Multiple
dance
left.
though. Oshun and I believe,
I'm sorry. What was that?
I think the dance is Oshun and Shango. Anyway.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, I am gonna go.
I do not have the
Blessings.
I do not have the virus.
We're being ignored now because we're not part of the gathering. So have to.
Now we won't have to do a sit down dinner with just 4 people. We can do a larger gathering outdoors. I mean, so beautiful.
I'm a member there and they send you like
We'll do that.
A birthday party or a party just like thank you for being the founder and everything.
Her birthday was February, but I didn't get to host the celebration I wished. In the season of the Queen. Maybe I will have your email, Marcia, but now that you've sort of linked in on this idea, let's maybe we can all decide on a date.
All right, well, have a good weekend. And having a lot of fun. I wish I was there.
Yeah, they're having fun. They've forgotten about us. So.
That's great. Well, anyway, have a good weekend, rest of your weekend, and really good to see you. You look really great.
Yes. See you next time.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Me too. So I'm turning 7. I have 3 goals before I turn 4. Well, I have lots of goals. But when I turn 30, I was like, I'm going to learn French, I'm going to play piano, and I'm going to learn Spanish. So I'm going to do none of them perfectly, but I want to do all of them. I was working with a French, like I started a French class last year, but it's too immersive.
Oh, thank you, madam. Thank you.
I wanted to.
You can ask other women if they want some. Donna might want some champagne.
Anyway, that's exciting.
Oh, look at that. Somebody take a picture. Wait a minute. I'm going to get my phone. Take a picture of that. Just keep petting it. I need a picture of that.
Wait, let me capitalize the I.
E-L-L-E.
Oh, your name.
And then D-U-B-O-I-S.
Oh, your name.
Yeah, I am ldubois@gmail.com.
You are, and you are.
I am.
I love it.
All right, everybody look at me. Oh, everybody's loving Joe.
Beautiful. Happy birthday. Well, and we'll decide on a date.
Oh, you too. Let me have a picture.
Yes.
I adore her.
Very good.
Like, I want a statue of her.
I know.
Somewhere.
And we're talking about celebrating you.
Yes.
Really? Is it time to celebrate me?
We're gonna do it this time. It always is, but we're gonna, like we talked about, in the season of the Queen. We're gonna do your half birthday.
Yeah.
Half birthday. Okay, I could be persuaded.
Wonderful.
All right, everybody look at me. Oh, yes, smiles, smiles. A beautiful altar. Thank you for making us this gorgeous altar.
Thank you, Marcia.
My half birthday, when would that be?
We'll do it in the season of Queen.
Okay,
August.
okay, okay.
Is that
Sounds fun to
Queen
me.
season, right?
Luscious.
That's the first month. Is that the first month of the Queen in Europe?
Yes, yes, in our culture.
So that, that sounds good.
Oh, the champagne of good.
Oh, yeah.
Are you on a cleanse?
No, I'm having some dental work done.
Joey, I'm gonna do a walk behind you, okay, sweetie?
Soft diet doesn't.
Back here.
Marsha, would you like some champagne?
Yes, but just 1 second.
Can you do lettuce?
Let me try to get up gracefully.
Lettuce?
No,
Thank you,
nothing
Joey.
chewy.
No romaine lettuce, because like romaine
All
lettuce
right.
is my
Oh,
substitute
now
for
you're
chips.
getting
I
up.
do
Where y'all to?
I also eat real chips.
And I'm allergic to avocado.